Yikes.
This looks so much better than last week. I don't know why I didn't do it last time.
Huh?
This looks so much better, just elevating it.
Word?
Just, raising the bar. We raising the bar. We take it from here to here. Yeah. Let's try it again. Yeah. All right, bet. Free game Friday.
I don't know what's so funny about that, but it is. What's going on with you, man? Free Game Friday podcast, Jazzy the Prince, THA, not THE. You dig what I'm saying? What's going on?
I'm Andre.
And Devin is not. I mean,
Is this good?
Yeah, it's fire. Ginger beers are fire, bro.
We ain't sponsoring though. We ain't doing no sponsoring.
Right, you see I turn my thing, you dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, I help with your digestive system, so I be trying to, you know what I mean? When I eat a big meal. I be trying to help it out when they go down.
I don't even know why we're recording. We didn't even decide what we was going to talk about.
No, we did.
The intentions.
Shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
I got a question though.
What?
What is the cap at which you would pay for a haircut? Like, when is like it's too much at that point? Cause that's
It depends, cause like, I don't know. I guess I would never pay more than like 50. But the only way I pay 50 is if you know the type of treatment that we get. Like Brad, like he hooks it up. So like I feel like you getting your dollar's worth, you getting your money's worth. It has to be, you got to get the treatment after. You got to get a little massage or some hot towel, some candy, maybe some free soda while you there. Like I got to be treated right. I can't just get a haircut.
I got to be treated right. Right. Okay, Josh, I see what you saying. I don't know. That dog, bruh.
Yeah, bruh.
I'll say the same thing.
We gonna cut this.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that shit.
It's good?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was saying 52, bruh. At that point, it's like, I don't care what it, like, I only get so much with my hair.
Yeah.
The taper, and then if I'm cutting it down, I'm cutting down. Bruh, I used to pay $35 in Arizona. Max.
That's a lot.
I don't think that's a lot. That's doable though. That's understandable.
Does that include tips?
That doesn't include tips. What I'm saying is, I would never have to wait. I would make a reservation. I never had to wait. Nobody was in a chair when I came in. My spot was my spot, and he made sure of it. He never canceled on me. Nothing. Yeah. So that 35 was like that loyal and like you go get it done. Yeah. And he go do it right.
I feel you.
I'm saying 50, bro. Come on, bro. I need a job after I get that $50 haircut. Yeah. I ain't go cap.
Mind you, I pay 35 now.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. What do you pay?
Oh, cause I get a beard. That's why. Yeah. Dang.
Yeah.
I be thinking about cutting this mug, bro. That's too much, bro. I'm paying 45 now. I'm like, damn. I be seeing that leader bang. I'm like, bro. I gotta skip 2 meals just to get a haircut, bro. It's getting intense.
So dumb. He's like, it went through.
Hey, you think I be joking?
I think that was funny.
Right? She was like, yeah, I think it went through. Yeah, you're good. All right, nah, I'm serious. It went through for real.
Hey, shout out Joe Vance. You see this, man. You see this dip. You see the waves. You see the drip. I'm getting seasick, boy. I can't even look up there. You feel me? You in the area, the Bay Area. You around here, get your hair cut to Joe Vance. Stop playing.
Man, go to my man Brad, because he be lacing them. Just don't mess up with his scheduling to where I can't get one.
Right,
you dig what I'm saying? As long as I get mine, y'all can get yours.
Right.
Feel me? That's the point of the Free Game Friday podcast.
Free.
Free, right?
But at the end of the day, we get the game first.
Right. The game that's meant to be told, not sold. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, 50, bro. Once I go past 50, I'm gonna learn how to cut my own hair.
All right, boy, we finna talk about hair the whole time?
No, just ease into it.
We eased into it.
All right, bro, be cool. You got a lot of energy. You buck. You win your game?
I'm happy to be here. Bro, went off.
You went off?
I went off. Yeah, we won by 1 point.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. Who'd you play?
I had like 30.
Or like it was just like
it's like in a adult league. Yeah, they was all taller than me, and I'm the second tallest person on our team.
Yikes,
bro. It was so annoying. We played the last 30 seconds with 4 people.
Yikes.
Still won, bro. It was crazy. But yeah, got the dub.
That's what's up. All right. So what we're gonna be talking about today on this segment is expectations. Whether that's putting expectations on your family, your friends, your partner, whoever you want to put expectations on. Stop expecting. I hear this thing a lot. It was like, stop expecting you from other people I don't ever think that's true. I think it's just in general, like, just stop putting expectations on other people. Especially, like, so let's say you do something for me and you're going to expect something out of me after you do it. Like, that's the point I'm trying to get across is, like, if you do something for somebody, let it be out of the kindness of your heart rather than doing it to be like, okay, look, I gave you this money. Now I'm gonna need it back when I need it. It's like, no, don't, because then you go hold that over their head every time. You gonna be thinking about it all the time. And like, what if you, like, my thing is like, don't do it if you can't do it. You feel me? Like, only do as much as you can, because once you start putting out too much, you go start expecting people to do or match what you just did. When really, you're doing it out of the kindness of your heart. You're not doing it to expect anything in return.
This when I realized this in my life, it literally it changed my life. This simple principle to life is one of the single most things that impacted my life. When I realized, and this sounds messed up, but you gotta hear out like what we're saying. Like, you cannot expect anything from anybody, because the second you start expecting people to give you stuff and to do stuff for you, that's the second you get disappointed. That's the second you start doing stuff with ill intent, and you start trying to do stuff and expect stuff, right? If you bake somebody a cake and you give them that cake, you can't expect for them to say thank you, to like it. Once you give them that cake, it's out of your hands. Whatever they want to do with that cake is up to them. They can go give it to somebody else. They could throw it away. They can stomp it out in front of you. You got to be all right with every outcome, right? That's the prime example that goes through in my head. Like, if I'm going to bake this person a cake, I got to be ready to have them do whatever it is that they want to do with it. And I got to be okay with that, because I baked the cake out of the kindness of my heart, and that was it. That's it. That's just the type of person I am, right? Yeah. Setting intentions or taking, like you say, expectations away, having zero expectations from anybody will make your life so much happier, easier, and optimistic. Because then when people start doing stuff for you, you realize it more and you appreciate it more, because it's not something that you were expecting. Once you really believe this stuff, you really applying this, bruh, it will change your whole like outlook on life. You're just gonna go about it in a new way. You're gonna be more appreciative of the little things. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it really, when I realized I was getting older and I was developing a mindset of being an adult, is when I stopped putting expectations on, one, my mom and like people in my family, but also my dad. So like, my dad wasn't in my life. He was in prison most of my life. And when I was younger, I was like, dang, he was supposed to be here, expecting him to be here. He's the man in the house. He was supposed to raise me. He was supposed to do this. He was supposed to do that, teach me how to drive, all that, like teach me how to tie, all that. And I had all these expectations for other people. And then once I was like, you know what, when I was able to accept like his situation, accept my mom's situation, like, you know, she didn't have all the money in the world. And I stopped expecting her to buy me these extravagant gifts on Christmas. Stopped expecting her to buy me stuff on my birthday. And like, when she did, I'll be grateful. But like, I wasn't like, dang, like, what type of mom are you? You didn't give me everything I wanted on my list. When I stopped doing that, that's when I developed this mindset I have now. Is like, I feel like I'm more mature in the way I view things and the way I act, because I don't expect nothing from individuals, no matter if it's my parents, no matter if it's family, a girlfriend, or best friend. And you know, I think it's like you said, it's easier. Like you're happier because, you know, like once you do it, it's like you're in control of it. Right. It's like you're not expecting them to do anything after that. Here's $10, nothing past that. Like,
and here's the thing about it, bruh. That type of mindset, it doesn't exist in the outside world. When you treat people like that, they gonna see it. They gonna see that you act different than the average person, right? My brother, he has you know, we sell a couple online courses, and like, you know, he has his own YouTube, Devin IG, check it out. It's you know, if you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to like, you know, build your business, or you need like entrepreneurial like guidance and like motivation, definitely recommend checking out his channel. This man started in a garage, and you know, he's built up a very successful advertising company, got public speaking, this clothing brand that we're trying to get off the ground. Devin, stop playing. We'll talk about that later. But he literally, this is some game that he sells. and tails, right? This is the game that's meant to be sold. Literally, we sell it, bruh. Part of one of our packages, the one of the key components to having a successful business is adding as much value to people's lives as you can. Doing as much favors for somebody as you can, not asking for anything. Don't ask for damn it, sorry. Don't ask. I'll be trying to go a whole episode out. It just never works.
It's hard, bro. I'm telling you, it's hard.
Yeah.
You trying to get on me in a barber shop, it's hard. For real, it's hard not to cuss.
I know.
Come on now.
But yeah, like we used to give, we still do, but like give gifts to like to these people that you want to like build relationships with that have good connections. Cause like if we use our clothing brand as leverage, like if you get somebody a free t-shirt, you know how far that goes, you know how much that separates you from the rest. Everybody that's trying to get something for somebody with power that could give you a job or that could give you an account or some work, bro, everybody's trying to get their work. They're always trying to like, do like ask them and try to have conversation. You give them a gift and they don't ask for anything in return. Just ask them how their day's going.
They'll come back in tenfold.
Bruh, they remember that.
Yeah, this will come back.
I am a tester. I've seen it firsthand over and over, bruh. That is a life. That's what's been able to keep our business afloat, was adding as much value as we can to other people's lives and not expecting anything in return. It comes back.
Yeah.
It just comes back in ways that you're not going to see right away. You know what I mean? But
that's life. You put out good, like, I'm a believer in that whole, like, what's that whole power of something like when you put out this energy, you go get it back. So whatever energy,
law of attraction, yeah. So like if you put out all this energy that's like this positive and like you're not expecting anything, it's gonna come back to you. Around you. It's not gonna come back in the same sense of what you gave it, but it's gonna be something that you might need at that time. You never know. And like I think when people take expectations out of the picture, then you'll like be able to see on the inside, like, okay, like I understand now what that means, like how powerful it is to take expectations out of just your life in general. I've seen it too, like not in just like in a business aspect, but just like a life thing, like people who do good, like good returns to them. And I think a lot of people get discouraged, like because if you do good and then like bad stuff happens to you, it's like, oh dang, I'm gonna start doing bad now because so much bad has happened to me. And it's like, well, it's not coming back in the same for you get, like you gave it to the person or whoever you gave it to. But yeah, expectations, man, bruh. It's like a lot of people like to see a direct result. They're looking for something like
instantaneous.
Bruh, that's not how you approach life.
That's not how business works. That's not how relationships are built. That's not how anything in life is built.
Right.
Nothing's rushed. People, and that's the thing about Instagram, bro. It's like, it seems like everything happens very quick. Like if you look at somebody's timeline that just like started as, somebody in the basement and now they have a business, like, oh, I remember he was in the basement, and like it's only a highlight reel of what they did good. It's like, okay, I see how fast it can go. And like all these entrepreneurs and all that stuff like that's like, oh, I'm gonna be a millionaire in a year. It don't happen like that, bro. It happens, but it doesn't happen like that for everybody.
Right,
People want that instantaneous, like gratification.
They say it takes 10 years to become an overnight success. It's so true. People.
I've never heard that, but that's lit.
Really?
That's lit,
bro. Like people really think like, oh, these people like just blow up out of nowhere. That happens for a very, very small amount of people that actually blow up. The majority of them, they've been grinding they bust off for years, getting rejected, getting said no. If they're a rapper performing at empty shows, right? Their business, trying to call these accounts and they just saying no just because they're simply too small of a business. You know what I mean? Or their prices are too low. Right. You know what I mean? We've been turned down business because we offered better prices than everybody else. Sometimes customers, they're like, no, well, why is it so cheap? You guys must be cutting corners. You know what I mean? It's like, we undervalue ourselves. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like you gotta be able to damn, what was I getting around to? I forgot my main point with that, but you gotta be able to value yourself and not be afraid to like know what you want. Right? Because if you I'm sorry. I had a point I was wrapping around to, bro, but I fucking forgot it.
Nah, I feel you. That happens to me all the time. I think that the thing to remember, that's funny. It cut out right as I'm pointing. That's kind of, hey, I predict that. But the thing I want people to remember is like, you know, although, you know, in this world where people are dying really young and like, you know, all this that's going on, like one, you have time. Stop rushing it because you rush the process and you're gonna mess up. Two, who gives a what anybody has to say, bro? Like, once I got out of my comfort zone of like, oh, like I want people to mess with like, so expectations, right? So the people I mess with, like I want them to support what I'm doing, but really they don't even have to. You feel me? Like, I think, you know, I have, you know, a certain amount of family members that follow me on Instagram and like they don't repost it. I don't even know if they watch it, but they know, they see I post it. Right. They see that I'm promoting it all the time, but I'm not expecting to like for them to mess with it.
Yeah.
Like
you saw the conversation. I just had that's one of my best friends.
Yeah. Like,
you know,
like I know you've seen the story. Come on now. Like, come on now.
But that's the beauty of, that's why I like what we're doing right now. Like, honestly, I love that. Like, we're not taking this too serious ourselves. Like it's serious. We serious about it, but at the same time, we're not like overvaluing it and being like, man, why are we getting these views? Like, we happy with whatever we get. You know what I'm saying?
I think we have 12 subscribers on YouTube.
Hey, bro, that is, you know, for us to be able to look at that as like that's dope. It really is, because there's a lot of people that want to just start. They came to start. Not only did we start, we got 12 subscribers. We got at least 100 views on all of our Instagram. Bro, we just made the Instagram. Right. You know what I'm saying? We got 100 people viewing it a week. That's dope. That's dope, bro. That's progress. And what I was getting to with the value in yourself, it was going back to, it takes 10 years to become an overnight success. It's like you put in that work and you go through the losses and you go through those hard times, but if you keep working, it'll pay off, right? And that's where having zero expectations comes from, because you may think while you're in it and while you're grinding, you're putting in this work and you're not getting anything out of it. Like, you seem like you're in a rut or you can't get out of a hole. One day, bro, it's gonna click. It's gonna click. There's so many things I've seen, like from my brother, that just like literally just manifested into reality. Talked about it over and over. Bro would call me, wake me up from sleep, just like daydreaming about this stuff to come true. Literally, it took like 2 years, bro. Like big accounts, you know what I mean? And it happened. Like, if your mind is in the right place, like you said, bro, it's that energy. The energy you put out, that's the energy you're gonna get. You may not see it right away, but it's gonna happen. But
I'll tell you one thing that happened to me last summer, bro, and it was like so unexpected. So last summer I was just like enjoying myself. Like, I went out of the country for the first time, all this stuff, and I feel like I was just putting out good energy like that summer for some reason. And I got an email. I was like, you've actually meet the requirements for this scholarship. Like, if you want to apply to it. I didn't go searching for a scholarship. Like, I never did any of that and got it. Somebody sent me an email like, oh, you fit this the requirements. So you want to apply for the scholarship? I was like, sure. Typed a little essay. They're like, you got it. I was like, bet. Like, you put out good go come back. And I didn't I don't know what I was doing that summer, but like, I didn't put out like the amount of money I got in that scholarship to get it, like that money back in scholarship. Like, so it could work both ways of the spectrum. So like, you put out a little bit of energy, it's gonna come back maybe tenfold. And you put out some big energy, it might come out small, but it's gonna be, still in the positive. Yeah,
it's still in the positive. It could always be worse.
Yeah.
Right? Bro, I'll give you 2 examples. Y'all, you could think what you want about this. I believe these 2 things that happen is because I keep a positive mindset. I'm optimistic and I have zero expectation. And whatever happens, and I'm okay with it. Right? I left my basketball at the gym at 24 Hour Fitness in Richmond. If y'all know where Richmond is, I'm talking about we in the hood, bro. People look to come up. Everybody's first Wilson ball, like high quality basketball, they stole. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say I stole mine. I'm just saying it was in the gym and nobody else was. So I went home with it. Right? Everybody's first basketball.
There was a kid in the corner like... he was like, dang, that's my ball.
Bro, I left the ball at a place full of people that take these balls. And I was hecka mad at myself. And you know what? I took a deep breath and I said, you know what? It'll come back. Because everybody that I was hooping with, I know who they are. So if they bring it, they're going to bring it back and I'm going to find it one day. Yeah. Bro, the next day, guess the first basketball I seen? mind. They're playing with it. They're playing the games. It's a 3-game win. It's like 30 people in the gym. The game ball is my ball. Nobody took it for a whole day.
Did you write your name on it or something?
No.
So did you get it back?
Yes, I got it back.
Oh, okay.
Right? That's the first thing. Second thing, I went to a party and I got messed up. And I gave my chains away to somebody.
Yikes.
Bruh, they came back. Nobody knew where they were. Right? And I was like, bro, it's good. I'm not even tripping, bro. I didn't even care. Bro, 2 days later, hey, bro, I think I found a change. As soon as I let it go and I accepted that, it was like, I may have lost it. It was my fault. It's whatever. Move on. It's just stuck. Boom. The next day, hey, bro, found your chains. Had nothing to worry about.
Right.
Nothing to worry about, bro.
I'll tell y'all this. One thing about that is a hard thing to do. So when he says, like, I accepted it, that's not an easy thing to do. Because I'm pretty sure you was upset. When I lose...
It's getting easier, but yeah.
Like, what did I lose one time? No, I lost a lot. I mean, most of it doesn't come back, so like that's terrible. I'm gonna use his example. So like, when you lose something and like you're like, dang, you start freaking out, and then you like come to like, oh, it's gone, like forget it. That's a hard thing. That's a hard pill to swallow right there, because it's either something you either value or something you cared about. Yeah. Like nobody wants to lose their stuff. Yeah. So what he's saying is not easy for sure. Yeah. But
it makes life easier though.
The same thing goes with the mentality of like expectations. It's not an easy, like it didn't happen overnight for me to be like, okay, expectations, I don't have any for anybody. And I what was I saying to even bring that to like I think you were I was just trying to bring it full circle. Like it's not, and like, cause I feel like when we talk about things, we make it sound like it's easy, or like, you know, a lot of motivational speakers even make it seem like it's easy to do. Like they say it's so nice and eloquent, where it's like, dang, okay, like it's easy then. Like what am I tripping off? But like it's not easy. Like I've definitely lived a life of like high expectations on people up until I was like 18, 19, and then I didn't do it until like I was, you know, growing into adult. So it definitely takes some time and some like, you know, matureness on your end to be like, okay, like do it bit by bit. So like you take it away, expectations day by day, and then you'll get to a point where like me and you are, where it's like I'll buy you food. It's like, I'll get you next time. Like, bro, I didn't ask you that. Yeah. I just said I'll get you food.
Exactly.
So yeah.
My fault was but yeah, I feel you. I feel you 100%. And you know, my last note on this, when we say, you know, don't have no expectation, have zero expectations from anybody, this is not a negative thing. This ain't something that's like, oh, don't expect nothing from nobody and, you know, be on your own. Like, you know, we're not saying like this isn't a negative thing that we're saying. This is something that needs to come from yourself, right? Like if there's no enemy within, then the enemy outside can do no harm. So if you get right with yourself, then the actions of others won't affect you. Therefore, the things that you do should not be like the things that you do for other people should not affect how you feel like other people should view you and treat you, right? So that's kind of what we're saying when we say this. It's not like this isn't from a negative thing. This is to help you find inner peace and happiness and get, you know, more in life, right? Become more successful and become a more happier person. Because I feel like, you know, a lot of stuff that we talk about, like, you know, if you really apply to stuff, you'll have a happier life, right? Yeah. Like.
And it's not like and that even might to some people be like, oh, who are these guys? Like, who are them to tell me like my life would be easier if I do this? And it's like, hey, you take information in all day, and you know whatever information you apply to your life is like what you apply to your life. We're just people giving our opinions about how our lives have been changed by the things we talked about and things we talk about. So it's never to be like, you know, consume our information and then apply it to your life like, you know, like it's the Bible or something. Like you don't like you take it, you listen, and then, you know, whatever bits and like nuggets you get from this, like that's what you get from it. We never wanted to be like, listen to us, only take our information, only take our opinions, and then run with it. It's like I don't do that with anything. Right. Every time I get an opinion, I'm like, okay, I'll listen to that, and then like I'll like I wanna like have my own time. I'll be like, okay, like let me think about that, and then like I'll come to a conclusion about it rather than being like somebody telling me, oh, you should go do this. Like, no, I'm gonna think about it, think over it, and then maybe. Yeah. Like I'm not just gonna consume information and be like, yep, that's the truth, nothing else. Right. That's it. Yeah. No, I feel you. And you know,
I bet like, you know, there may be some people who don't want to listen to what we're saying just because maybe they know us or, you know, we don't have anything to show for. But like, we was in a barbershop today. There was talks about, you know, some stuff Lil Boosie said about an opinion, right? And I felt the need to say something just about like, well, why are we respecting the opinion? Not respecting, but just like, you know, why does his opinion matter on this specific topic? Just because he may not be that person that's, you know, like well informed and well educated on the subject, but you know, people like to value people's opinion. This is no knock on Boosie at all. I'm just saying, like, people like to value people's opinion just based off of their success and how many followers they got. Very true. Right? Because if we had 2 million followers each, we could say some stuff that's completely ignorant, super ignorant and detrimental to society, but more people would take it serious just because we have like what society deems as success. Yeah. But I feel like we have some success that a lot of people can't gain, and that's like inner peace, that's happiness, motivation, determination, that's integrity, right? Self-confidence. Like these are things that a lot of people are looking for. And I feel like, you know, we got it. You know what I mean?
Right. Because we're not doing this for any type of like clout. We're not doing this for like anything. So like, I'm not saying it's more like better content because it's not sponsored by nothing. Like we're doing it out of our own will and our like,
it's not fake.
Right, it's not fake. It's not scripted. It's not anything. Like you know, we work, you know, full jobs outside of this, and like this is what we just do in our fun time, and like we just talk. So but y'all voted on Instagram. He spilled the beer, and I thank y'all for that because this fool try to make it seem like
crazy.
Y'all try to make it seem like. No, he tried to make it seem like it was me.
No, he tried to make it seem.
I want to see you laughing like that. All right, man. That's the end of this episode.
Hey,
go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. What are you doing, bruh? Come on,
bruh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.